Life can often feel like a constant juggling act. You're trying to keep up with work, maintain healthy relationships, and maybe even squeeze in a little bit of time for yourself. It can be tough to keep all the balls in the air, and often we end up feeling overwhelmed and not able to keep up with all the demands placed on us. In this video, we'll explore how meditation can help to reduce stress and anxiety by changing your brain. We'll also talk about some of the science behind it so that you can understand how and why it works. Hi, I'm Andre from rewireandthrive.com. In my last couple of videos, we looked at how trauma and toxic stress affects pretty much all areas of our lives. For example, our physical and mental health, as well as our relationships. And we also looked at how it affects the brain and how that can lead to negative or unwanted behavior. I briefly mentioned in these previous videos that meditation could help to counterbalance the negative impact of toxic stress. But there wasn't enough time to go into too much detail though, so I thought we could delve a little bit deeper into meditation in this video. And if you don't know how to meditate, don't worry, I'll share my free 38-minute audio program with you later in this video, which will teach you step by step how to meditate. Meditation has been around for centuries and is a practice that is often associated with religious or spiritual traditions. However, in recent years, meditation has gained popularity as a secular practice that can offer many benefits for physical and mental health. After hundreds of studies, there's a growing body of research which shows that meditation can have a positive impact on the brain and can help to reduce stress. There are hundreds of different types of meditation, but my personal favorite, and one I've been practicing for more than 30 years already, is mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation also happens to be one of the most scientifically studied forms of meditation, and it's now widely practiced all over the world. Mindfulness teacher and author Jon Kabat-Zinn defines mindfulness as moment-to-moment, non-judgmental awareness. I will explain in just a second how meditation changes the brain. But let's just take a quick look at some of the benefits mindfulness meditation offers. Studies have shown that mindfulness meditation can improve memory, increase focus and concentration, and even help to slow the aging process. But the most commonly cited benefit of meditation is stress reduction, which in turn can also help with symptoms of anxiety, depression, and insomnia. Meditation has also been shown to increase self-esteem, immune functioning, and positive emotions and moods. Furthermore, it also increases empathy and compassion. And meditation isn't just good for the person practicing it, it's good for others around the person as well. Because if practiced regularly, meditation has been shown to positively impact your relationships, as well as your job performance, attention span, and creativity. And last but not least, mindfulness meditation greatly increases self-awareness, which is actually a very important quality to have. I'm referring to being aware of your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in real time. This quality is a cornerstone of any therapy or self-development. It's what makes it possible for us to change ourselves. Because if we can't observe ourselves, we can't change ourselves. Studies have also shown that mindfulness meditation can change the structure and function of the brain, and that these changes can lead to numerous improvements in mental and physical health. These changes make the brain more resistant to stress and anxiety, and that's what causes a lot of these benefits. What's also very interesting is that brain scans show that people who meditated for 30 minutes a day for 8 weeks had changes in gray matter density in parts of the brain associated with memory, sense of self, empathy, and stress. Now, meditating for 30 minutes a day may sound a bit intimidating for some, but you don't have to sit that long. Even though I sometimes sit for longer, I generally find 20 minutes to be the sweet spot for me. Although I wouldn't recommend that you try to meditate for 20 or 30 minutes if you've never meditated before. Instead, I would recommend you start with 3 to 5 minutes a day initially, just to ease into it and make it a habit. This is especially applicable to people with a history of trauma. And then you can gradually increase the amount of time as you become more comfortable with the process. Even though many areas of the brain are affected by meditation, let's take a look at just 3 of them to give you a better understanding of why meditation is so effective at reducing stress. Let's first look at the hippocampus. The hippocampus is the part of the brain that is responsible for processing and storing new memories, but is also involved in emotional regulation and plays an important role in stress. When a person experiences stress, the hippocampus works to help them cope with the situation by reducing the level of stress hormones in the body. But the hippocampus is also one of the regions most affected by stress. However, mindfulness meditation has been shown to have a positive impact on the hippocampus on various levels, which lead to a reduction in stress. For example, some studies have found that mindfulness meditation increases the size of the hippocampus, while other studies have found that it decreases stress-related hormones in the hippocampus. Next, we have the amygdala. The amygdala is a part of the brain that helps to control our fight or flight response, and it's also involved in processing emotions like fear and anxiety. When we are stressed, the amygdala becomes more active and can cause us to feel more anxious and fearful. So by decreasing its activity, it helps to decrease stress and anxiety. Research has shown that mindfulness meditation participants had less activity in the amygdala in response to stressful stimuli. This suggests that mindfulness meditation may help to reduce stress by calming the amygdala. And calming the amygdala also results in a decrease in the production of stress hormones like cortisol, and an increase in the production of relaxation hormones like oxytocin. And lastly, we have the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is a part of the brain that is responsible for executive function. This includes things like planning, decision-making, and, very importantly, self-regulation and impulse control. But unfortunately, this part of the brain shuts down, partially or totally, whenever we are stressed or traumatized. And when that happens, we lose executive function and our ability to regulate our thoughts, emotions, and behavior. But mindfulness meditation has been shown to increase gray matter density and blood flow in the prefrontal cortex. A study found that people who regularly practiced mindfulness meditation had thicker prefrontal cortexes than those who didn't meditate. And having thicker prefrontal cortexes increased their capacity to maintain executive function and self-regulation under stress. So I mentioned quite a bit of neuroscience here, but all you really need to remember is this. When it comes to stress, mindfulness meditation weakens areas of your brain responsible for making you feel stressed, and it strengthens areas of your brain which help you cope better with stress. So if you think mindfulness meditation is something you can benefit from and would like to learn how to do it, I have a free 38-minute audio program that will teach you step-by-step how to meditate. You can get it from our website right now at rewireandthrive.com/meditate. I will also leave a link in the description. Thank you for watching. See you next time.